Hi, I'd like to talk about TV, films and comics on this channel. Today we're going to talk about a film called Scare Me. Scare Me is a film that I saw on the Shudder channel, network, whatever you want to call it. It stars Aya Cash, who a lot of people will recognise from The Boys or You're the Worst, and Josh Rubin. Josh Rubin actually directed it as well. Initially I thought this was going to be an anthology film where people meet in a wooden cabin and tell each other scary stories, but it's not that. What it is it's a film about people who meet in a log cabin by chance and end up telling each other scary stories, but they act them out. So you're actually having a story told to you as opposed to a story shown to you. They mix in very creative elements of like odd occasional special effects, let's say, to set the mood. They use lighting, they make as much use of the log cabin environment as they can, and they act like people who might be telling stories to each other. So they stop every now and then to add bits or ask questions, and they sort of piss about in the middle of the stories sometimes. It's a good idea, and initially I didn't think I was going to like that, and then I sort of got into it. But then what they do is they break the tension too much in the film. Really, they try and spend too much time telling you how to tell a scary story. You think, okay, that's fine for a point, but in reality I didn't want to watch a debate on how to tell a scary story. I want to actually have some scary stories told as well. I think that's where it suffers, is that it never actually gives you a proper creepy scary story. With this kind of thing, it makes me think of things like Inside Number 9 and that, where they will actually get on with just telling you a scary story, and they can do that and it will be effective. And whether it's really scary or not doesn't matter. At least they focus on the point and get it done. This spends so much time trying to be clever in its own world and stopping and trying to be too real. But there needs to be a point where you sit down and you focus on going, right then, all the joking aside, this is a scary story. And then they can break the tension at the end of the story, not all the way through the middle of it. It was enjoyable to watch, but I think it's an hour 44 minutes long, and it felt like 15 minutes too much. It really feels stretched out at the end. And it's not because the ending is stretched out, although I'm sure it could be cut down. It just, at that point, the novelty is worn thin, and the actors, albeit very good, I mean, they are banging out different sort of characters and voices and that you think, wow, I didn't even know they could do that. I didn't imagine Aya Cash would be able to do that. Unfortunately, it just, they don't have enough meat on the bones with it. But it's a good sort of idea that I just think didn't quite get over the last hurdle. It needs to have 15 minutes cut out of it somewhere. It needed to focus more on the scary story aspect and cut back a little bit on the natural interruptions. And I think it would have been a classic sort of watch at Halloween film. The other thing is I didn't quite like the ending, where, spoilers now, one of the guys turns out that he does go crazy and try and kill Aya Cash, which you kind of think, well, you didn't need to do that. It wasn't really, well, it was set up kind of, but there wasn't enough set up to make it believable. It just came off as a bit sort of shit, to be honest. But they could have done something better with that. But otherwise, it's worth giving a watch. If you've got a sort of 7-day free trial on Shudder, or you've paid the £30 to have it for the year, then give it a watch. See what you think. It's certainly well acted. It's, like I say, it's just, I think it missed the mark, which is disappointing. Please let me know what you think. Please give us a thumbs up and a like and subscribe, it does help. And please feel free to subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching.